Welcome back to my walkthrough for Final Fantasy IX, my friends. We are about to head inside the Chocobo Forest, where I will begin playing Chocobo Hot and Cold, and I'll be playing that for quite a while. But before I could do that, I had to pick up that item that I left behind in the South Gate. I will not show myself playing every single Chocobo Hot and Cold game because then this video would probably last for an hour and a half, and I don't think anyone wants that. But I will let you know that you can obtain 9 chocographs at this point and 1 chocograph piece, and after you do that, Mean will tell you that you can pick up anything else. So after that there's no point in you to keep playing Chocobo Hot and Cold in this forest for now. You'll be able to do it later on, but you don't need to worry about it for now. And if we get all of the chocographs right now, we will be able to find 2 treasures in the world map, which I'll get at the end of this segment. I am going to demonstrate how you can play Chocobo Hot and Cold, but first Choco is going to run to the outside and we need to use a green near the Chocobo footsteps in order to call it. And yeah, he just ran away, so we need to go get him. It's hard to believe that he likes Zidane at this point since he ran away, but nonetheless we're going to get him. And then we'll come back inside the forest and we'll start playing Chocobo Hot and Cold, and I am going to play the game until I obtain the first chocograph, because there's going to be an explanation after that happens. But then I will cut out the time it took me to obtain all the other chocographs, because let me tell you, it's going to take a while. It comes down to luck. If you can find all the chocographs sooner or later, eventually you will, but it does come down to luck. And I would expect to spend at least 1 hour or so around these parts. We'll have to do a lot of digging. Or Choco will have to do a lot of digging for us. It's because of his short legs, I guess he can't ride Choco because of it. So each Hot and Cold game costs 60 gil, but you'll be digging up plenty of gil as you do this, so you don't really need to worry. Depending on the significance of the item, it will be harder for you to dig the item out. And as you can see, this tutorial pretty much explains it. Whenever there's no question mark and interrogation mark, that means that there's no treasure around, and when it does that long noise, that means that there's treasure around you, so you just have to keep digging around that area when this happens. So the treasure is somewhere around here. This is probably going to take a while. As you can see, it's incredibly frustrating because sometimes you can be in an area where Choco says there's a treasure, but if you don't dig in the precise area where the treasure is, you might go in circles and end up not finding anything, which is really annoying. The more treasures you dig up, the more Choco's level will increase, and whenever Choco's level increases, it will be easier for Choco to dig up items, so you'll do it faster. And we did not get a chocograph this first time around, so let's try this again. Like I said, I'll only show this until I get the first chocograph, because this video would be so long otherwise. And it's around here somewhere, but again, see, we just have to keep digging in this area, and the treasure is somewhere around here, but there we go. It's rather annoying. This is probably going to be a chocograph though. Whenever it has so much depth, that means that it's probably a chocograph or a remedy or another very good item for you to have. Even though I'd argue that it's kind of annoying when you're trying to find chocographs and there's an item with a lot of depth, so you think it's a chocograph, but then you end up digging a tent or a remedy or an elixir, and that's kind of frustrating, because really what we want is the chocographs. So the stone with the strange patterns, that's a chocograph. After you find the first one, you have to show it to Min and he will tell you what it is. And now we just have to keep digging, and we have 8 more chocographs to find and 1 chocograph piece. After we find them all, Min will tell us that we can't dig anything else. So let's just keep doing it, guys. We just have to keep playing Chocobo Hot and Cold. Like I said, I'm not going to show myself playing over and over again. I'll show myself obtaining the last chocograph, and then we can go ahead and find the treasures in the world map. So good luck with your digging, because this is going to take a while. Oh, look at that, I got a new one. Awesome. Okay guys, and I'm back. I found 8 chocograph pieces, or actually I found 8 chocographs and 1 chocograph piece, so I only have 1 more chocograph left to dig up. I've been here for about an hour now, so I'm about to lose my patience. But at least I want to have to come back here for a long time. So I'm going to keep playing now, and hopefully I'll get the last chocograph soon. Choco's beak level increased a lot, so he's digging items a lot faster. Whenever you dig up a certain amount of items, I think it's after 4, you get bonus points and a little bit of extra time. So yeah, you gain an extra 10 seconds. Oh, and this might be the last chocograph. Yes, it is. So we are done. I don't even care about finding anything else at this point. But once all chocographs are found, Min will tell you that there's nothing left for you to dig up here. Like I said, it took me a good hour to get this done. So yeah, that's how you know that it's time for you to leave. I mean, you can keep playing, but you won't find any chocographs. And now we're going to get the first 2 treasures in the world map. The first chocograph is called Streamside, and it's very close by. I'll show you the exact location. So we need to check where the river meets the ocean. So all that we're going to do, from the Chocobo Forest, we're going to turn around. We're going to cross the bridge to the other side. And this is where the river meets the ocean. It's precisely in this location. Let me show you on the world map again. So there's Dragon's Gate. And this is the area where the treasure will be. So dig up around here. And there we go. So that's the first treasure chest. And we can get one more at this point. Again, here it is, the location, and from this location we're going to get the second one. Once again, open your Chocograph menu, select between mountains, and we need to go near the mountains facing the ocean on the southwest side of the Mist Continent. So ignore all of that because these directions are much more simple. We're going to pass Dragon's Gate. Here it is, Dragon's Gate, and we're going to go through this corner. Turn around here, and as you can see, this is the location in between the two mountains. This is where the treasure will be. So once again, let's dig up right here and we should get the treasure. There we go. And that's all the treasures that we can get at this point in the world map. Pretty soon we'll be able to obtain another, but we need to cross the grotto first. So now I'm just going to close the Chocograph menu. You should actually come back here after you clear Gizamaluk's grotto. I know you have to travel back a little bit, but the frog population should have respawned by then. Oh, and surprisingly there's only 2 baby frogs, which is odd because I left an adult female and an adult male behind, so I expected the frog population to have regrown at this point, but they're just 2 babies, so yeah, we're just going to let them go. It's not worth it. So yeah, we can leave. By the time I clear the grotto, they'll have respawned and I can come back then. So we're going to head towards Gizamaluk's grotto now. Going to change a few items, and after we do this, I'll be demonstrating how you can battle grand dragons at this point in the game. So this is going to be it for this segment. Like I said, I'm just going to do a few changes here. I know that playing Chocobo Hot and Cold can be annoying and frustrating, but it's worth it. You get very good rewards, and at this point you can get a few new items for your party members. So make sure you get those 2 treasure chests, and I hope you found this segment useful, and I'll see you all later for the next part. Take care, my friends.